is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah, and this is part 2 of your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. And please be sure to like and share this video. You know they have me shadow banned. All right. If you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know exit stage left. Okay. So let's see who's in here. I saw the elder Barbara Rashawn live in here. Shout out to you, beloved. Danielle, Desmond, Stephen Wood, Terry Hinton, Lillian X, Silent D, Nessie X, Vix Tex, Nicole, Cherokee Descendant Dale, Mr. Hotel, Janelle, All Hell Nah, Bithia, Above All That Drama. Above all that drama, say, get those likes up. I see you, Byron B, beloved. All right. Dervis in the house. Nakisha. Tasty Cake is here. Timber Dance. Sarah. So let's get into it, Curly Girl Maurice. All right. Christy One Love. Mr. Elevation. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you, Rose. So let's get into it because I have these receipts. Now, first things first. Before I get into my receipts, as I was getting my things together, Murad Morelli dropped a video, so I'm going to play the audio. It's only like 3 minutes. I'm going to not show the video on the screen because I don't have permission, but I'm going to play the audio. Okay, so let me pull that up real quick, and then we'll get into it. Because it's a bunch of people that have been called out previously for certain things, and some people seem to have forgotten about it, so I'm refreshing y'all's memory. And also, 50 Cent was going back and forth with Rick Ross yesterday. And Rick Ross said something that he basically exposed himself. Now, I don't know how anybody let this slide under the carpet or go under the radar, but we're going to play that too. But hold on. Let me pull this video up first so we can get this audio started. Okay, here we go.
Discuss, but there are some, how would I put a secret kind of.
Hold on, beloveds.
Okay, so some trigger warnings I want to put in place for, I assume people are going to imagine what I'm going to discuss, but there are some, how would I put it, secret kind of allegations that are coming forth, and I think these are very interesting and need to be discussed in light of what was released today. Hey guys, it's Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back in again with another video. If you have not subscribed, please click that button. It is daily and consistent content on this channel. Inject it. Click that button and subscribe. Comment down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. And there's a super thanks button there. Send anything if you wish to. There's a $sign there. I would appreciate it. Now, within light of a lot that has happened, a lot from that, new dark lawsuit, and then the pictures that also surfaced as well, and then his very odd statement that was given very much R. Kelly. A lot took place with fresh new information when it came to P. Diddy. Just when I thought this was beginning to die down, it just went right back up again. That particular case, I was reading the court documents, and it's like 12 to 14 pages. That was filed on the day that the New York Survivors Act was expired on Thanksgiving. That's when this lawsuit was filed. And it was filed by the same lawyer that filed Cassie's lawsuit. So I'm thinking that, once this came into fruition and was filed, because I believe it was read somewhere that like over 500 were filed. And when I was having a discussion with a criminal civil lawyer in New York, he said that there were far more than 400 or 500 that were filed. So I think we are probably going to expect more lawsuits coming out. But I think the way Cassie's lawyer is doing it is in a very different strategy, where Cassie's lawyer is choosing to, I think, release it a week after. So it, continues to build momentum rather than having them all released at the same day or two, so that all of their stories don't get, convoluted together, which I think is actually a very clever idea. But there are some secret allegations, and the reason why I say secret is because nobody's discussing them. They are allegations, and there's no proof or evidence. They are only but allegations as of right now. But people aren't discussing it as much, maybe because people just don't know. But there have been allegations that have hit the forums like Reddit in regards to people's own personal stories of what has happened with Diddy, and they are unfortunately both sad, and they both involve male victims, not female victims in this instance. And I feel like we've only heard from women come forth. Men, on the other hand, either don't come forward, or we're hearing stories on forums, which I find to be very, very interesting, guys. Okay. So this is the first one on Reddit, where, trigger warning, a very, very close friend of mine growing up came forward about being molested by P. Diddy in the late 90s as a child. No one else believed him. He committed suicide 7 years ago. I'm going to read that again for you guys. A very close friend of mine growing up came forward about being molested by P. Diddy in the late 90s as a child. No one else believed him. He committed suicide 7 years ago. So the fact that, this person is saying, a very close friend of mine, his friend was a child, a young boy, what P. Diddy had done to him, and then he offed himself because he just could not live with the significant amount of trauma and PTSD. I'm going to read out the second one before I break this down. Somebody on Twitter came forth, actually when the first lawsuit hit, and said, I think I came across a male victim years ago. I used to have a PR company in Atlanta. My office was in a building that was a rehearsal studio, but included a recording studio. This was between 2006 and 2008-ish. We were walking out the studio laughing about a new Diddy rumor. We heard there was a guy that had a mid-level hit song who heard us as he passed by. We weren't friends or connected, but we saw each other around the building often. As we all pass each other, he yells, "You don't know." We stopped to face him, and he was on the brink of tears. I think he said, "You don't know what he does to people. You don't know." I never laughed at another Diddy rumor again. I don't know what happened to his, but his music never took off. Due to recent events, I had to dig in the crevices of my mind to remember the name of the song. So yet again, we are having these stories coming out, and I don't think she found out who this person was in terms of the song and etc. But for the fact that a man is screaming at you, crying in tears, saying you don't know what he does to people, you just don't know, and this was way back in 2008, is insane. I also want to remind people that in this lawsuit, when that woman who was a girl at the time came forth, she was in 11th grade when she was 17. P. Diddy was 34. A 35-year-old man with somebody who's 17, 18, 19, 20 is very questionable to me, regardless of what they asked, the young boy or girl to do. Now, these two stories are on forums. I'm not saying.
Check out this week's legal deals. Spiral sliced ham is $2.49 a pound. Blueberry.
I'm not saying I have proof, but I think that these allegations should just be taken as seriously as what we've, seen online, just because, men. it's very difficult for men to come forward when it comes to anything in regards to sexual abuse, because it's humiliating, it's, you know, degrading to come with that public knowledge. People really want to keep that to themselves. Believe me, I know. And unfortunately, my story was taken from me, but it is very degrading to come forth to the public as a man and tell the world. But unfortunately, I feel like there's power in men coming forth, especially in this instance, because it does carry more weight in the world that we live in. Now, this, you know, close friend, person on Reddit stating that, you know, his friend had committed suicide. Suicide is a very common option, especially for young boys who go through a significant amount of, you know, SA, where they don't have anywhere to go to. They don't know how to speak up. They can't afford therapy. They don't know where to go. And the trauma and PTSD is constantly circling in their mind. Well, I should just say in my mind at this point, because I've already touched on my story here and there in my own words about, you know, SA and etc. You don't have anywhere to go, especially when you are a young boy of color, which I feel like P. Diddy was targeting. When you're young, black, brown, it's so difficult. The cultural nuances are not there, and the cultural flexibility.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there, beloveds. So I told you all that there would be men coming forward. So he said he got that information. It was posted on Reddit. Jaden asked the question, why wasn't this brought out years ago? It was brought out years ago. They've been saying this stuff about Diddy for years, for decades. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody bothered. Nobody cared. Just like with R. Kelly. Everybody saw that video back in the 90s of R. Kelly. Then all of a sudden when Surviving R. Kelly comes out, they want to act like everybody's so upset. They want to act like everybody's so upset. We've been knew what R. Kelly was, and we've been knew what Diddy was. So I don't know why people act like they're so surprised, because I heard this stuff about Diddy in the 90s. And one of those guys, the one that committed suicide that he spoke about, I didn't mean to say that word. Now YouTube's going to send me an email asking me if I'm going to do anything to myself, but let me continue. Said that he told people and nobody believed him. That's why people don't come out. See, here's what some of you don't seem to get. For all the people who would love to know why people don't say anything when it all happens, well, because they're, first of all, you have to pay attention. They're going up against powerful people who have money, who have fame. They feel like nobody's going to believe them. And then they come forward and nobody believes them, proving them right. So other people who had the same thing happen, are they then going to come out? No, they're not. So when somebody like Cassie, who's brave enough to come out, when she comes out, well, then other people then come out. They feel empowered to come out because now somebody has spoken and people are actually listening. Now somebody believes Cassie, so maybe they'll believe us. So that's what happens. That's how that works. It's not that hard to figure it out. It's not that hard to figure it out. Trust me. Okay, so with that all being said, this is a whole bunch of nefariousness I'm about to show you all. At the end of the day, there's a myriad of videos, and you know, in some of the videos, you have Katt Williams making accusations against Jermaine, Dupri, and others, Diddy. Then in some cases, you have somebody making accusations against Mary J. Blige, Danny Boy, to be exact. Then you have Rick Ross snitching on himself. It's a whole lot going on, is all I'm saying. So please pay attention to the videos so you don't have to ask 1,000 questions. And also, if you hear any part of any of the videos that is muted, just know that I purposely did that because obviously there was music in the background before you start putting in the chat, oh, I can't hear it, Queen, it's on mute. Yeah, I muted a couple of the videos in certain spots, not the entirety of it, but in certain spots because there was music. Now, however, I did mute one video entirely. It's just like a 30 or 40 second clip showing Jay-Z and Diddy at a party at Diddy's house and all that stuff. I muted it because music was playing in the background, okay? So with that all being said, let's get into it. Now, this first one, I just made an overlay for this. I didn't show the video, but here's the audio.
In order for me to sign my deal, I had to sit down at a table with Clive Davis, and they had to look at Clive and say, what do you think about this? And he was like, I'm in.
I said there was a party at Clive Davis's house, and that's where the story began.
And then I had to go to like a bunch of parties with Clive Davis.
Looks like today's the day we're diving deep into the wild world of Hollywood rumors and the whole rumor mill scene. This corner of the entertainment universe has seen it all, from insane parties to hidden romances. You know Clive Davis, the legendary music record producer? Well, he's practically a party icon, having hit up some of the wildest bashes in music history.
I know some guys who worked personally with Clive Davis, and they had to leave him before they heard him.
And oh boy, the secret saga between Clive Davis and Diddy, which folks have been speculating about forever, has finally come out of the shadows. Speaking of Diddy, that guy's stacked up quite the fortune in the music biz. Remember Bad Boy Records? Yeah, that's his brainchild. He's teamed up with big names like Notorious Big and Usher, and his business skyrocketed in no time.
But he got that catalog. And he's been making money off of it, and it bought that.
Now let's talk about the freshest music industry drama. Ever wondered how a young musician hit it big so darn fast? Well, his close ties with music industry bigwig Clive Davis might just hold the key. You know Clive, the record producer extraordinaire? Nowadays, he's making waves for something a bit different than his usual musical genius, his love life. Turns out Clive, who's been married a couple of times before with no luck, decided to take a soul-searching journey to figure out if he was into guys as well. He opened up about his quest after his second marriage went down the drain, wanting to know if attraction was more about the person and less about their gender. Surprise, surprise, he discovered that he could indeed be attracted to men. Even though he's still quite the catch, he embraced this newfound side of himself. Fast forward to 1990, and Clive decided to settle down with a male doctor. They were a monogamous item until 2004, when things wrapped up. And let's be clear, Clive never felt any shame for embracing his feelings and attractions. I never felt shame, no. I felt puzzled. The subject of bisexuality really needs much more discussion. It's a status that does exist. Davis is playing it coy about who his current partner is, but it's pretty darn clear that Diddy has become a major fixture in his life. They're popping up together all over the place, showing up at events and flaunting their alleged gay identities, and honestly, it's screaming close connection loud and clear. Now, while the buzz about Diddy's music industry conquests has been buzzing around for ages, the fact that they've been together for a solid 5 years is like a spotlight on those rumors. Davis has let slip that his partner is basically his plus one at events, and they're jet-setting side by side, which really hints at a pretty tight bond. They haven't come out and said it directly, but their actions and being thick as thieves are speaking volumes. And guess what? People on the internet are all over this.
Okay, so he said his plus one was his partner. Well, who was his plus one? Diddy. Diddy was his plus one in many events. So there's that. Now, let's hear what Orlando Brown had to say. And some of these are compilations of videos. Okay, so please pay attention. It may go from one video to the next. Okay, just pay attention. I can't remember if this one does, but some of them will. But this is Orlando Brown.
Diddy, boys. It's nasty. It's nasty. You keep that shit right. You have that shit go right past me. It's nasty. It's nasty. You like boy. He like to play with people's pennies. He like to play with people's pennies. Yeah, he do. He like boy. I love you, Diddy, but I don't love you, Diddy.
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash goosmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf, the shmoosmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the ooshkash muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the ooshkash muash.
And
that ooshkash muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy? Diddy. God.
You know, one thing things, though in our last interview, one of the big things that made its rounds all over the internet, went completely viral, was some things you had to say about Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
And there was also, shortly after that, there was an old video that was kind of going viral. And it was 50 Cent and where he says he was at a party with Diddy, and he was mad at Diddy because Diddy offered to take him shopping, and he felt like that was only something like you would do for a female.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. What did it take to go shopping? What an idiot for turning him down.
So you're not turning Diddy down if he wants to take you shopping?
We going shopping, bro. We going shopping. But at the party, I'm going to be in my corner with my little shot of Ciroc, and you have your fun, bro. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I deserve to be there. Shit. But other than that, I'm cool, bro. Y'all have y'all fun, man. Y'all chilling. I'm knowing what's going on. Y'all chill. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, bro.
You're cool on that.
No, man. Look. I love Diddy, bro. Like, I'm a big Puffy fan, bro. And, like, the way he boss up on it, the way he the way he do things, bro. Ashkash kumash, diggity diggity dumash. That's my bro. I love Diddy, bro. He cool as fuck. I need my shit right now. And he just spazzing, boy. I'm like, oh God, all right, bro. That's what's up, man. I want to see that shit on the yacht. See it spaz out on a whole bunch of people. Oh shit! Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. No, I think he should have let him go shopping with him, man. He wasn't. I don't think it was like. I don't think he extended no. I don't think he was trying to play him or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I think he funny. I think he funny, and he know Diddy is very. He knows 50 is a very masculine person. So I think he did know that it wasn't gonna go over too well, but at the same time, he like to fuck with people, so it's all good. I like to fuck with people too, man. That's my dog, man. I love Diddy.
So you think 50 Cent just kind of took it a little bit the wrong way?
I think he just bossed up on him like, no, man, get me up out of here, man. But like I said, I think Diddy did it on purpose. Just
to fuck with him.
Just to fuck with him, man. You know, he got that kind of sense of humor, bro. He's just a funny dude.
So in our last interview.
Okay, so there you have it. I just want you all to pay attention to, in two of those clips, when he referred to Diddy, he kept saying Oshkosh Boogosh. Now, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure Diddy knows what it means. Okay, he said that twice when he's talking about Diddy. Oshkosh Boogosh. What does that mean? I don't know. But I bet Diddy does. Okay, now let's hear what Danny Boy had to say. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting the right thing up. Yeah, I think this one has the Danny Boy clips in it.
Here I am, Puff. Me and Puff working this close. He goes to get his own company. He gets his girl. Of course, he wants her to be a version of me.
At the time, did it annoy you a little bit?
Did it?
At the time when it was happening.
I'm not going to say nothing.
Mary J. Blige fans got quite a shock. There were reports that she and Faith Evans had a big fight at P. Diddy's party. Apparently, they ran into each other at the fancy party, and things got really intense. The alleged feud between the two iconic stars has caused quite a stir on social media, further fueling the controversy surrounding Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, and even Puffy Daddy.
Puff hooked us up. He wanted me to help co-write on the album. You know, she was singing for years before I met her.
Rumors have indeed circulated suggesting that Mary J. Blige harbors animosity toward Faith Evans. These rumors allegedly claim that Mary sought revenge against Faith at Diddy's party. What's astonishing is that these rumors appear to have some basis in reality, given their long history dating back to the 1990s. Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans initially began their relationship as close friends. They started working together in the early 90s when Diddy signed Faith to his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. And it's crazy to see how things have changed since then. Mary had this one-of-a-kind approach that mixed hip-hop and R&B like no one else. Her style was edgy, and her music had a raw, unapologetic quality. She didn't hold back with her lyrics and subject matter. When she entered the music scene, she brought a whole new level of energy that was truly unique.
I love her because she's herself, and nobody influences that. You know, nobody at all. Not career, not the higher person, nobody, and I really respect.
Many people were stunned to know that Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans had a really great bond. In Faith Evans' album Marriage Obliges in My Life, she had Mary J. Blige sang all the background vocals. They were really tight back then, and there are pictures on the internet showing them hanging out, having a good time, and maybe even enjoying some drinks and smokes. Now, Mary J. Blige was a successful R&B singer. In the music industry, there's a common trend where if one artist becomes successful, the industry rushes to create its own version of that artist. It's all about making money, and labels are all about business. But you can imagine how frustrating this can be for the original artist. For instance, talk about Faith Evans. While she's different from Mary J. Blige in many ways, she was packaged and promoted in a similar way to Mary. Mary was signed to Uptown Records, and at the time, P. Diddy was also on the label. He helped produce Mary's first 2 albums. However, there was a falling out between Diddy and Mary, leading him to start his own label, Bad Boy Records. Here's where it gets tricky. Diddy introduced Faith Evans, an R&B singer, and made her follow Mary's exact blueprint for success. You can imagine that this didn't sit well with Mary, even though she and Faith initially got along and even collaborated on a few songs. Things got tense because they ended up in direct competition with each other, all thanks to the industry's desire to replicate success. Faith even released a song on her album called Love Don't Live Here Anymore, a Rolls-Royce remix. But guess what? You can hardly find that song anywhere because, according to Faith, Mary's vocals were taken off the album. Something definitely went down between them because if you try to buy Faith Evans' first album, Marriage Obliges, you won't find that song on it anywhere. Faith said, "At the time, the general manager of Bad Boy called me like 6 months after my album came out like, Mary wants her voice off your album. So I just re-recorded the record, which I hated, without her on it."
My first album, we did a song together called Love Don't Live Here Anymore.
Wow.
And then at the time, the general manager of Bad Boy called me like probably about 6 months after my album came out, like, Mary wants her voice off your album now.
I'm 15, 16 years old, and she laying on the couch, and I'm sitting on the other end, and she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, damn, he can't be talking about Mary was talking about she wanted me to come back up here, and now she on my lap.
Y'all hearing this? Your favorite R&B diva is a sex offender.
She stayed a couple more hours, and we decided to go in the other room because it was a suite. We went in the other room and laid down, and she laid down with me. And she kind of like backed up against me, and every time she backed up against me, I would move away and shit. From that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times.
Out of curiosity, was you gay when you was on death row?
Was I gay when I was on death row? Happy? Yes. Was I having sexual relationships with guys? No. Was I doing things with guys that would probably be deemed to be gay? Probably so. You know, I did some things with, you know, between me and the homies, you know, and it would be considered gay. But those guys are straight guys now and in the relationships, so they say.
Was some of these individuals that you was messing around with, you know, around that time when you was on death row, was they in the industry?
Yeah. I thought you was going to say, was they on death row? Yeah, they was in the industry. Who else was I hanging around? I wasn't just hanging around with people in regular neighborhoods.
Was they R&B singers or producers or?
Producers and singers, I would say. They call themselves producers, but more singers than anything.
You and Ray J had beef at one point, right?
Yeah, we had beef, pork, potato chips, sleepovers, girls. He was like a friend to me. That was my homie. Sitting in the chair trying to be funny, he hollered from across the room. He was like, "Tell him the rest of the shit." I'm like, "What? Yeah, tell me the rest of the shit." And Ray said that you was forcing some gay on him. So, like, when he said it, you know, just the person, my reaction, I didn't, you know, I was wrong that I guess I didn't wait for him to get there. I kind of get a reaction like, yeah, okay. So Ray come walking in the barbershop, and, you know, they wasn't going to say nothing. They keep saying this stuff, and we still drinking, and one of the guys, he bring it up again. "Hey, Ray, tell DB what you said about, you know, the gay shit."
Ray like, man, stop playing, man. Something. He say something else. And I'm like, yeah, tell me. And then I just immediately started going around the room and started saying some things. I'm sure that made him upset. And if y'all gonna be talking about me, let's say how it really is.
So he was clearly calling out Ray J. So he called out Mary J for one. Then he said it was some other guys who are now in relationships with women. And then he said Ray J was running his mouth about him. And the guy told him so. He said, tell the whole story. So alluding to the fact that he and Ray J had something going on. This is all nefarious. I just want y'all to pay attention. Okay, so with that all being said, I'm going to play this song. Somebody did a diss for Diddy. Somebody did a diss on Diddy. I'm going to play that, and then we're going to talk about Rick Ross and 50.
Everything is coming to light now, and all of a sudden y'all moving like Thomas Edison quite foul. Like Diddy ain't been doing this shit for some time now. It's kinda wild how he getting Ethan Ron Brown. I've been calling Puffy out before the Cassie trial, and got blackballed on Sway for speaking out. Now the cat is out through word of mouth. Y'all all proud to talk down on what he was doing. Y'all do it now. Wow, y'all all corrupt. If it ain't about the buck, gee, honestly, ho wouldn't have fucked with Puff. But since they getting bred together, they'll be best buds. It's a secret society, all they ask for is trust. Look at Bill, look at Kels, look at Trey, look at Russ, look at Puff, how he threw the beats on Kim like just. And it's just me speaking up, not giving a fuck. Gotta see so much shady shit to get the memes up. How they hit a big truck, the jigs up, $6. Surviving Diddy, about to drop it any minute. One of the few still sinning, but still winning is chilling. We all watching a movie, we just waiting for the ending. Like, skip the beginning, I just wanna see this finish. When is he gonna get his? I had the penance, the courts serving them like tennis. This nigga should seek penance. We all know we did it, from robbing artists to killing and even abusing women, to tricking them into swallowing pills like Bill shit is sickening. All the victims was fearing his power, money, and millions. But that ecstasy feeling, and this feeling that I'm feeling, got me feeling like I'm hemming. All these celebrities keep quiet because they chicken, and fear being blackballed and getting blacklisted. A cycle's quite vicious, they turn into magicians. They disappear when their allegations hit their mentions, and comments get limited. Niggas go.
Ooh, honey, he was spitting some facts, okay? I want y'all to pay attention. He did a whole story in a song. And pay attention, he also said, we're watching a movie, we're just waiting for the ending. That's exactly what this seems like. It seems like a whole movie. Please pay attention. All nefarious and no lies detected, all right? So now let's talk about Rick Ross. And like I said, I want you all to pay attention because Rick Ross tells on himself in this video, okay? This is a compilation of videos put together.
You sold 31,009 CDs. I shouldn't talk to you. I'm out here, yeah. I'll scrap you.
Crazy, big dog. Crazy.
They don't know him. I keep asking them about these niggas. They don't know these niggas.
Just got a DM say, Rose, we believe 50 Cent just made a comment about you online. I seen it and I said to myself, y'all don't know 50 Cent like I do. He wouldn't do that. For one, his bitch Dream Chasers. She been a Dream Chaser bitch for many years, still is. That's when she told me I was her favorite. For two, nigga, we been rich. We still getting money. Them niggas was laughing at my first week sales. They was doing $1 million the first week, and I did 150, 180, and they was laughing, but you smell that salt water, right? I let them niggas trick you. Biggest. No. Curtis Jackson, greatest contribution to the culture of hip hop is his fashion sense. No, Queens niggas fly, but I ain't talking about the fly niggas. I'm talking about the other niggas like Curtis. It's no nigga you ever seen wear a Givenchy sweater with a Yankee hat with Asics on. Who the fuck else could we get to do some shit like that? Nah. Nah, every time he wear that and them 2 fake crosses he be wearing, y'all niggas know it's fake. Stop. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Queens niggas, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all some fly niggas, but damn, where y'all... This Cardi B shit, right? But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna explain something to you. Leave Cardi B alone, and the reason I tell you that is, in a lot of circumstances, that's what come with that lifestyle. She never hid that. We all know that. Fortunately, I'm from Miami and I understand that. My circumstances and my incidents, where I did lose a 7-figure deal, were Reebok, and I took that to the chin, and I have no love lost for Reebok. You understand? Because I needed to understand I was a king. You understand? And they right. I didn't need to promote that. The parties I attended at the time, where I'm from, that was the lifestyle. You dig? And when you look at the reaction when we performed that record, that was the most popular line to a lot of motherfuckers, and that's who I wrote that for. I wrote that for motherfuckers who live that lifestyle. And so that's who I wrote that record for. And I wrote that record speaking for the motherfuckers who living that lifestyle and partying that way. And me being a king, I did not need to promote that amongst my beautiful queens. And I took that to the chin. No love lost, me being a boss. So like I say, leave Cardi B alone. Because we don't need to persecute her for her past. We need to be leaders and lead by example. And regardless of what you did in the past, if you stole a car in the past, that don't mean you shouldn't be able to get money in the future. As long as you change your ways, and we all know Cardi B focused on the money now, and she is a leader. And that's how I feel. You dig? So let's move forward. Stop digging up 3-year-old shit. Let's move forward. Let's focus on all the legendary shit she doing now and all the examples she leading for any female that ever been challenged or made any decisions that a motherfucking would question. It ain't the end of your life, baby. And whatever you did in your past, we shouldn't persecute you for that. If you fuck up now, we gonna motherfucking, but we can't dig nothing up and hate like that. And that's coming from the boss. 100. And that's what life is about. You dig? That's for her. Life is about hurricanes. If you think you're gonna build you a nice glass house and that wind ain't gonna blow, you got the game fucked up. Don't be in that motherfucker with a whole family and kids sitting around the fireplace with your marshmallows and ain't ready for the motherfucking storms, because they gonna come. And that's what life is built on. But it's how you motherfucking sustain. It's how you overcome them. You dig? Not only do you survive them, do you come out on the block and help motherfuckers build their roofs back up. You dig? What you gonna do? Let me tell you.
So he was telling people don't go in on Cardi B. If you all remember, when Cardi B came out and said that she used to drug men and take their money, that's what he was talking about. And here's his lyrics that he's talking about. Everybody loved. It was the favorite part of the song. Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. So that's why he lost his deal, because he was talking about raping women in his song. But pay attention. He told on himself he was actually doing it, apparently, because he said where he comes from, that was the culture. That was what they did. That was the lifestyle, he said. So that's supposed to make it okay? I'm sorry. A bunch of these people need to be called out on their BS. Please pay attention. But anyway, I digress. And I'm going to show you something that corroborates what he said. Okay? From Mark Curry. But in the meantime, listen to this, because this is Katt Williams. This is Katt Williams doing a freestyle, but calling people out. Pay attention.
I don't dress at all. You can interrogate me with torture, nigga. I won't confess at all. I'll just keep on crying, keep on sobbing. Ask me any question, my head'll keep on popping. You think I'm saying yes for the first few seconds, till you realize I'm in my own world, thinking of your girl naked. Fuck you niggas. I'm a federal nightmare. I'm a small motherfucker who ain't scared and won't fight fair. Shit. So if you want to make me a motherfucking martyr, do what you gotta do. Bitch nigga starter. Huh. What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the pedophiles, if you ask me, baby. Shit. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child. If I was fucking Janet, she'd already have a child. If I was fucking your bitch, she'd have a permanent smile. I'm a real G, nigga. I got permanent style. Shit. I don't fuck with you fuck faces. You grown ass niggas with gap teeth that need braces. Fucking rappers with hairlines. They gon' fuck with me and try to compare lines. Just meet me somewhere, nigga. Let's compare mine. I mean, let's go somewhere and compare nines. Shit. You fucking with Katt. It ain't my fucking fault you ain't visit the brat. Huh? Nigga, you should visit a Gap. Nah. I'm fucked up for even mentioning that. Shit, but you ain't have to go and visit. It ain't a crime to put some money on a bitch's books, is it? Shit. I put 20 G's on my girl. And what you do in your platinum ass world? Huh? Probably ain't do shit. Probably ain't busy. Probably ain't right. Probably ain't do no remix or think about her at night. But that's my nickel. And if she hit a bitch, you heard about all that. That's what it is. She handle her biz. And if she gotta do a motherfucking biz, she can count on me like I'm a motherfucking kid. And don't you start talking while I motherfucking did. Huh? What have you done for me lately? Dun, dun. Ooh, yeah. JD. Boom. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. And Steve Harvey, I heard about your book. I'm proud of your success, but bitch nigga, look. Better stop telling people that motherfucking lies before you be somewhere and meet one of my motherfucking guys. You see, when I'm around, them niggas is polite and gentlemen. And niggas be alone. They be all hyped up on Ritalin. And if I ain't there to hold them back, them niggas be anxious to get it in. And they be wearing stuff over their face so they don't show the cameras who's hitting them. You don't want to fucking play football with me, bitch Harvey. I'm blitzing. And I ain't gotta call no plays when I audible. I say, get it to him. And you'll be laying there on your backside. They call it a concussion, but for you it'll just feel like, get in them. And I'll be standing over your body, pulling off your helmet, telling these niggas, get his limbs. You ain't got to worry about what's gonna happen next. As you blacking out, the last thing you'll hear is, get his Timbs. And if you wake up 5 minutes later, the thing you'll hear is, get his rims. And I know they tell you that when you see the light, go for the light, but it's getting dim. You a hoe to the day you die, nigga. Getting pinned. I'm Katt Williams. I fear not.
Okay, so y'all heard that. Now I'm going to play, I was looking for my receipt. I'm going to play something that corroborates what Rick Ross was saying about in his lyrics, putting stuff in bottles and all that, and the women don't know it. Well, let's get into it. I'm going to play this audio. I had the video, a clip, but I can't find it. So I'm going to play this audio. Hold on. Let me put an overlay on the screen. And this is Mark Curry talking. Mark Curry, who used to be Diddy's former head of security.
Talking about the Freako session where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff, where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to, and they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freako parties, when you go in there and it be, yo, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP. and they just be standing there and like, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna get back with you. We gotta rewind this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been had something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. They just run around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in it, that's what they wanted. That was what party. It was part of the hip-hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble. He did one too many. Man, look. Let me tell you something, I don't mean to cut you, this funny. I used to, you know, we used to be on the road, you know, you'd be like, yo, let me go to my Puff room, see what they doing. And you knock on Puff door, he'd be sitting there damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown man answer his hotel door butt naked, and they'd be like, come on in? You'd be like, I'll come back. You ever close your eyes, you'd be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see, what happens is, if they be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they be like, this man just came into my room, I'm sitting there butt-ass naked, I told him to come on in, and he came on in. You be like, so what's going on for the day? Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? I don't want to see you naked. Grown man stuff, yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get, that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I want to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff. Butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, I'll come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That, and then freak off parties, man, listen. I'm not an angel. I ain't never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely the girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life. But also what came with it was a lesson. Also what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's why I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything to say, you know, I'm going to be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, a bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. You see it.
Yeah, that's wrong, man. You don't opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah, anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, you know what I'm saying? You be like, something ain't right, man. What do you know what I mean? You knew I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you can just go open the door, come on in, walking with his butt out. You know, nah, I just closed the door. I see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day.
Also nefarious. Please pay attention. Also nefarious, as far as I'm concerned. And my mistake, Mark Curry was not his former head of security. He's a former bad boy artist. Okay, he was on, I can't remember the song he was on. But anyway, he's a former bad boy artist. So with that all being said, this is all nefarious. And here's the thing. He said that none of them knew that there was anything wrong with it when they were putting stuff in those bottles for the women and then popping pills and all that stuff. He said none of them knew anything was wrong until Bill Cosby got caught because he did it one too many times. That's bullcrap. They knew something was wrong. They knew it was wrong. First of all, it's common sense. But second, they knew they were wrong. That's why they sneakily did it. That's why they snuck and did it, okay? They knew it was wrong. Don't sit there and try to act like you didn't know it was wrong, Mark Curry. Okay, don't sit there and try to act like you didn't know that what y'all were doing with those bottles was wrong, because they absolutely knew. Somebody could have said something at any time, but they were all complicit in it. I just want you to pay attention. They were all complicit in it, okay? Yes, they were. So that just further confirms what Rick Ross said. And that's also confirming why Rick Ross didn't feel like people should be judging Cardi B. Because that's what many of them have been doing. Roger said, my bad, Queen, you are correct. He was one of the earlier Bad Boy artists. Right. Yeah. So anyway, that's all crazy as far as I'm concerned. But let's continue. Let's continue. So now let's talk about Diddy and these plugs he bought. This is a compilation video. And one part, Gene Deal will talk about when he went shopping with Diddy. Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right one. Hold on. Okay, this is it.
On record saying that he is gay.
Hollywood. I don't call him gay. I said,
let me read it. Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy.
We know that they have a long-standing feud, but one thing that cannot be denied is that 50 Cent has gone on record and hinted that Diddy is gay. And while these gay rumors are common in the industry, it's different in the case of Diddy, and it's because he has already been involved in so many mistreatment rumors against newcomers in the industry. You must be thinking that all of these are just rumors, but Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, has made some serious allegations about Diddy and his wild lifestyle. As per the details shared by Gene, Diddy experimented with some butt stuff with rapper Ja Rule. Gene had seen both of them getting into a room. Gene also claims that while he was working as Diddy's bodyguard in the early 2000s, he accompanied Diddy to a bookstore where he purchased a few butt plugs and some toys that are used in physical relations.
It all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was.
Gene continued that Diddy took the sex toys to a concert in North Carolina and where he was visiting Ja Rule. But Gene has also shared some disturbing details about this trip. According to him, he went into Ja Rule's suite without his consent, despite his objecting to it multiple times. But Diddy ignored him and went in with the toy. Gene also said that Ja Rule allegedly told him that he does not want to know what was going on, as there was a lot of freaky stuff going on in that suite. Diddy has been involved in multiple shady things, and the Ja Rule incident is just one of them. An unverified statement from Exhibit says that Diddy forcefully took him to a gay club. Both of them went to VIP lounge of the club, and then Diddy started doing his business, but then he saw people around him engaging in some real shady stuff. There were people dancing with no clothes on, and apparently Exhibit exited without letting Diddy know. And these are just a few instances that became public, and there are several other stories about him that support the theory that he grooms new men in the industry and focuses them to turn.
Grooming him when he was just a teenager.
I could feel it.
All nefarious, but hold on. Let me pull these up. Let me show this picture. 50 Cent posted that. Okay. 50 posted that, said, what the F? At some point, you just got to do the right thing. 50 said, at some point, you just got to do the right thing. Now, also for you all who don't know, 50 said that his documentary, Did He Do It or Not? Well, the proceeds are going to people who have been sexually assaulted. Okay, that's where the proceeds are going. So shout out to 50 for that. But I want you all to see this clip, and I want you to pay attention to Diddy's face when the interviewer asked Cassie. This is just a 15-minute clip. But the interviewer asked Cassie if she wants to confess anything. And please look at Diddy's face because he looked like he was about to pass out.
And is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here.
There you go.
Or right here.
Yeah. You angelic all the time.
Y'all saw that little fake smile? Let me play it one more time.
And is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here.
There you go.
Or right here.
You angelic all the time.
He was very concerned about what Cassie was going to confess. Please pay attention. It was all so obvious, is all I'm saying. But let me continue. Now, let me pull up this next receipt. Now, this one is, I believe, Jaguar Wright talking about Jay-Z and Rihanna and a sexually transmitted disease. I think that's what this one is. Yeah.
Hold on to Chris Brown and beating Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how the fuck did, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started fucking with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was fucking Jay-Z. Underage. Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted into Clive Davis's house and said, "Where the fuck is this dirty bitch at?" I can't fault him for that. This is beautiful.
Honey, this is all a hot mess. Pay attention. Tasty Cakes and Jag got all the tea. And I want you all to pay attention. Nobody ever sues her. Nobody ever files charges against her or files, any legal documents against her for defamation, libel, and slander. Okay, now if she was lying on any of them, wouldn't some of them, at least one of them, have filed some type of slander lawsuit? Because I would have if somebody was saying all of that and I know I didn't do it. Please pay attention. Naturally Spiritual, thank you, beloved. Naturally Spiritual said you enjoy my channel. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, this is all nefarious. But let's continue because next we're going to have them talking about Jermaine Dupri and Chris Cross. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. And I want you all to pay attention. There's 585 people in the chat, and the number continues to grow. Now, on the other live, it was about the same number. But when the live finished, YouTube reported that there was 88 people that viewed the live. I just want you all to see how they be lying. That's how you know when people are shadow banned. For these other people that be sitting up here lying, like Bussy Reek talking about he's shadow banned, he's absolutely not. First of all, if you have over 100,000 subscribers, you have a YouTube manager. So they're not going to shadow ban you because if they do anything, all you have to do is reach out to your manager. They're going to straighten it all out. So some people just be sitting up here trying to clout chase and act like they're spilling all the, all the business against the wanton supremacists and all that. Like they're going so hard in the paint for black folk, but they're not. Okay, they're not. They're not shadow banned. But when I finish a live, it shows that 80 people viewed it. When we had over 500 people in the chat, please make it all make sense, screw too. But anyway, I digress. So here's the next video talking about Jermaine Dupri.
Dupri, king of the if you ask me, baby.
These allegations gained new traction with high-profile individuals like Katt Willaims bringing them into the spotlight. Willaims' explosive comments about Diddy and Jermaine Dupri allegedly grooming young male artists, including Chris Cross, added fuel to the fire. Once again, Jermaine Dupri used everyone who signed with him. That was his price for success, Willaims reportedly said, a chilling allusion to the alleged misconduct. As the controversy swirled around the legacy of Criss Cross, fans and critics alike began to re-examine the duo's rapid rise to fame. Was their success merely the result of talent and hard work, or was there a more sinister undercurrent to their story? The industry buzzed with speculation about the alleged grooming and abuse that might have taken place behind the scenes, casting a dark shadow over the sparkling image of Criss Cross's success. As the narrative unfolded, the juxtaposition of Criss Cross's public triumphs and their private struggles painted a complex and disturbing picture. The story of Criss Cross was no longer just about their chart-topping hits or trend-setting styles. It had become a tale of potential exploitation and trauma, a stark reminder of the often unseen costs of fame and success in the cutthroat world of the entertainment industry. As the glitz of Hollywood dimmed in the shadow of tragedy, the world reeled from the untimely death of Chris McDaddy Kelly. His passing on May 1, 2013, at the age of 34, not only left a void in the music world, but also ignited a flurry of unsettling rumors. Found unconscious in his Atlanta home, Chris's struggle with substance addiction, confirmed by his family, painted a poignant picture of a star battling inner demons. In the wake of this loss, Jermaine Dupri's letter to fans resonated with heartache and intimacy. Chris Kelly was McDaddy, but to me, he was the son I never had, Jermaine expressed, revealing the depth of their bond. His words, "I spend more time with Chris and Chris than damn near anybody in my whole life," underscored a connection that transcended mere professional ties. It was Jermaine's appearance on Vlad TV in 2018 that raised eyebrows. His uncertain response about Chris's age at the time of his death and apparent discomfort when asked about maintaining contact with Chris sparked speculation. "I didn't see that coming. We had just did the 20th anniversary," Jermaine fidgeted, hinting at a relationship that perhaps wasn't as close in later years as it once was. Amidst these speculations, fans turned to the past, scrutinizing old interviews of Criss Cross. A noticeable shift in Chris Kelly's demeanor over the years was apparent. From an outgoing and smile-filled youth to a seemingly broken and sad figure in later interviews, the transformation was stark. Observations of this change, coupled with Jermaine's evasive responses, fueled the fires of rumor and speculation. Adding to the tumult, a social media fan took to Jermaine Dupri's Instagram, accusing him of molesting Criss Cross 17 years prior. The accusers even claimed that Criss Cross had won a lawsuit against Dupri regarding these allegations. Such accusations, whether baseless or not, thrust the narrative into a darker realm, challenging the legacy of Criss Cross and casting a long shadow over Jermaine Dupri's mentorship. In an attempt to counter these narratives, Jermaine Dupri reflected on the origins of Criss Cross during a conversation at the Grammy Museum. Criss Cross weren't rappers. They weren't trying to be singers. When I met them, I said, "What do y'all do? We just cool." I was like, damn, get these guys a record fast. This account depicted a less sinister, more opportunistic discovery of talent, contrasting sharply with the rumors that were swirling. But these declarations did little to quell the growing suspicions. As the industry and fans alike grappled with the legacy of Criss Cross, the juxtaposition of their public success and Chris Kelly's private struggles continued to raise questions. Was their rapid rise to fame a fairy tale journey, or did it mask a more troubling reality? The enigma of Chris Kelly's transformation from a vibrant young star to a troubled artist remained a poignant, unresolved chapter in the saga of Criss Cross, leaving the world pondering the true cost of fame and the hidden battles of its brightest stars. But the fans' accusations were just the tip of the iceberg. Katt Williams, known for his unfiltered and controversial statement.
Okay, so let's move on to the next part. And Chris Kelly, he absolutely was depressed and troubled and all of that. My friend used to date him before he passed away. Hold on, let me pull up this other one. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. Thank you in advance. Y'all need to get these likes up, okay? All these receipts I'm bringing you. I saw somebody said we have 500 and something in the chat and only 200 and some likes. Y'all can get those likes up at any time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sit right here and wait till the likes go up. I'm going to sit right here and wait till the likes go up. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about Jermaine Dupri, Jada Pinkett, Diddy, and yeah, this is basically another part to that video that you just watched. Okay. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Y'all better get those likes up. Y'all better get those likes up. If y'all don't like the video while you're watching, okay? If y'all don't like the video, why are you watching? That's all I'm saying. Let's get those likes up. Best Life said, Queen, I always like your videos. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Miss Hotel, so y'all know better. Eileen said the numbers are up and down, Queen. Yeah, that's screw too. But at the end of the day, the likes should be matching the numbers. The likes should be matching the numbers. Divine Order said, rest in peace to Chris Kelly. Absolutely. Okay, so with that all being said, let me go on to this next video. And just so you all know, if y'all don't get these likes up, y'all gonna be screwed, because at the end of the day, I have a whole lot of receipts. Okay, and I have more receipts, but I didn't show them today because I didn't have time. It's too many, and plus, I have to edit them. But it's some very shocking stuff that I'll likely play tomorrow. And most of it comes from Jaguar Rights. And it's all nefarious. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? And so anyway, let me continue. Likes up, everyone. Please get those likes up. I'm trying to make sure I put up the right video. Hold on. I lost track of where I was. Hold on. Let's see. Is this it?
We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff.
Okay, I know what it is. I thought I had lost that clip, but I actually have it. But this is on a compilation of videos. You're going to see, you've already heard him say that, but you'll hear it again. And then there's Chris Brown. There's Chris Brown, and I believe this is also the video of Jay-Z at a party at Diddy's house. And that's where I silenced the video because music was playing.
We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even.
Whoops. I meant to edit that part out. Sorry, can't play that. Okay, so let's go to the part 2 of the video we just watched.
Unlike his response to the Instagram fan, Jermaine never publicly addressed Katt's comments, perhaps dismissing them due to Katt's alleged state during the filming. Another towering figure in the music industry wasn't spared from the whirlpool of rumors. His former bodyguard, Gene Deal, alleged witnessing Diddy expressing a desire to substance and exploit the members of Danity Kane.
He said, yo, I'm a their off and pick them up and pip them out to my nigga.
These chilling words, if true, painted a harrowing picture of manipulation and abuse. The netted allegations spread wider, ensnaring even Jada Pinkett Smith. Rapper Dodd Dillinger, close to Tupac and producer of All Eyes on Me, claimed that Jada had an entanglement with Chris Kelly when he was just a teenager. Jada Pink is at the door, but don't leave. Take this substances. Chill, Dillinger recounted, suggesting a clandestine encounter between Jada and the young Chris.
Dude, I seen, you think Jada Pinkett was entangling? She was entangling with Chris Kelly.
Adding to this narrative, Jaguar Wright's claims about Jaden and Will Smith's alleged behaviors threw another layer of suspicion over Hollywood's elite. They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship, she alleged, hinting at unspeakable acts taking place under the guise of mentorship. YouTube comments from fans echoed the growing discontent and suspicion. Mad respect for Katt Williams for being a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. So sad for those boys. One comment read, acknowledging Katt's role in bringing these issues to light. What a time to be alive. I think this whole thing is about to domino and really blow up the industry. Another speculated, sensing the brewing storm in the industry. The sentiments of injustice and the need for accountability were palpable. I'm so glad this is finally out. These poor children that get SA in Hollywood and the music industry need justice. These demons need to be exposed. People need to stop idolizing these celebrities. They are evil, a particularly passionate fan wrote. In this tangled web of rumors, accusations, and partial truths, the lines between reality and speculation blurred. The allegations against Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, and others have ignited a firestorm of debate and speculation, leaving the public grappling with the unsettling possibility that the idols they revered might have dark secrets hidden in the shadows of their fame and success. As we close the curtains on this saga of controversy and speculation, it's clear that the story of Kris Kross, Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, and the myriad of figures caught in this whirlwind is far from over. The allegations, the rumors, and the heart-wrenching truths that might lie beneath the surface have opened a Pandora's box of questions about the dark side of fame and the true cost of success in the glittering yet often ruthless entertainment industry. But now, dear viewers, it's your turn to weigh in on this unfolding drama. What do you think about these allegations? Are they a mere concoction of scandal, hungry critics, or do they reveal a more sinister truth about the entertainment world? And what about the legacy of Crisscross? How should we remember them amidst these controversies? Leave your thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comments below. Let's unravel this mystery together. Farewell, and stay tuned for more from the Gossip Guru.
Okay, so with that all being said, the video that I forgot to edit that I couldn't show you, I'll edit that tomorrow. I'll edit it tonight and show it to you tomorrow along with the rest of the receipts. But here's the thing. What I want you all to pay attention to is this. A lot of the homosexual behavior that goes on in the music industry, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the stuff that happens to children in the industry, a lot of that stuff is more so, let me put it to you like this, is about power and control. You know, I'm sure you've heard before that when people grape a person, if a man grapes a woman, that 9 times out of 10, it's about power, having power over that person, right? Because when you think about it, nobody has to do that. So why would people do it? Well, sometimes it's about power and control. And so a lot of this stuff that Diddy's accused of doing, these allegations, this is about power and control. Even him taking Exhibit to that gay club with Exhibit not knowing it, that's trying to feel him out to see if he's down with it. Okay? And so then, you know, if he can get him to do those things, then that's about power and control. Like what I told you he said before out of his own mouth. He said that if he can get if a man can get another man to do certain things to them, right? And then that's the ultimate power. Okay, so that's what that's about. Now, as far as the children, as far as them dealing with children, that's about harvesting their energy. Okay, that's about harvesting their energy and also putting these, how do I want to put it? Putting this negative energy on them. Putting this negative energy on them. Because when you do that to a child, that child may turn out to do what you've done to them. If you get what I'm saying. Like, for example, R. Kelly. R. Kelly said he was molested, or his brother said that R. Kelly was molested by his sister when he was 6. So R. Kelly, you know, he clearly hates women. That's why he's accused of doing all of these things. That's why he likes to degrade them. And I want you to pay attention because these people all have a lot in common. When you think about, let's talk about Diddy and R. Kelly. So R. Kelly in the 90s, there was a video of him urinating on a girl. Didn't Young Miami say that she allows Diddy to urinate on her? R. Kelly was accused of messing with underage girls and doing things, you know, without people's consent and all of that. Well, Diddy's accused of the same thing. Diddy's accused of messing with underage girls. He's accused of, you know, assaulting women and all of those things. Humiliating women. Okay? That's what both of them have been accused of doing, humiliating women. So these are not only sometimes them engaging in humiliation rituals, but at the end of the day, men who are on the down low and who are not publicly able to live their true self, and I've told you this before, well, they resent women in most cases. And so that's why they would beat women and degrade women and then traffic women and young girls, which R. Kelly and Diddy have both been accused of. And so please pay attention. It's a whole lot deeper when you dig down, you know, the further you go down the rabbit hole, it's not just about them having wild parties and freak-offs. It's about power and control. And when Diddy was allegedly, according to Cassie, making her have relations with these male prostitutes and he was recording it and keeping the videos, that was for power and control. Oh, don't you think you're going to leave me because I got this? I can expose you. I can send this out to everybody. And that's likely what happened when 50 said he received some of those images of Cassie. That was likely during a time when he and Cassie had broken up because, you know, they would break up and then get back together because she said Diddy would send his people to come back and get her. And so for people who ask the question, why do some of these people just now come out? Why don't they say anything? Because people are afraid for their lives. Some of these people have been afraid for their lives. Some of these people are still not going to come out. You think this is all of them? You think this is all of the people? There's many of people. And some of these people, sadly, are dead. Some of them have taken their own lives. Some of them have died from drug overdoses because they were so traumatized with the things that happened to them due to the industry that they took themselves out. Like Corey Haim and what's the other one's name? Corey Feldman. Corey Haim's the one that took his own life. But he and Corey Feldman talked about how they had been molested by people in the industry, the entertainment industry, not necessarily the music industry. So it's a whole lot deeper than some people think. With that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Now look and pay attention. There's 606 people in the chat. 606 people in the chat. Now when this live ends, watch YouTube be on some BS. And see, that's how you can tell when people are shadow banned. All right? Miami has thoroughly enjoyed exploiting herself since Sunrise. Yeah, she was getting paid to do so. Okay? They say Diddy was allegedly giving her money every month. And let's not forget, she was on his Revolt show. She had her own little show on there. And she was supposed to be getting a reality show, so I heard. All of this was due to her connections and ties to Diddy. See, some people are willing to be exploited for financial gain. Some people are willing. She's not making all that money from City Girls. City Girls is not making money like that. Okay? So this is what some people will do. At the end of the day, you're welcome, Buckhurst, DC. And Mr. Hotel said, great double broadcast today. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so with that all been said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, and never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Okay, Lockjaw said, appreciate it, Queen. Excellent broadcast. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. So until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Hit him with that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hate